Hi, welcome to another episode of 2022 AT Through Hike with the Honeymoon Hikers. First of all, a quick fact about the AT. Maybe some of you don't know who set the record for the fastest time on the AT, and it's Karel Sabbe from Belgium. He did it in 41 days, 7 hours, and 39 minutes, and completed it August 29th of 2018. Cool thing about that, when we did our southbound hike in 2015, made it to Gorham, got a ride with a guy at the McDonald's, and he said just across the road in a parking lot was the guy, Scott Jurek, that was set the record first in 2015. We missed him by 50 yards, I guess. So figured I'd share that with you today. Another thing, shoulder's doing good. 4 more days I get to start working my shoulder, and we're 6 weeks out for starting our hike. But today we wanted to talk about 7 things that a lot of new hikers to the AT are concerned about when they're hiking, because we were in 10, and we don't want you to worry about stuff like that, because there's enough going on in the world and worrying about stuff back home while you're hiking, and just worry about getting injured while you're out there. So we're just going to discuss 7 things real quick that you don't need to worry about while you're hiking the AT. The first one, of course, is resupply. We've touched on this before. You don't have to worry, because it's very easy to resupply on the Appalachian Trail. You can just about go in every day. Out of all the trails we've hiked since 2010, this one here is the very easiest. There's always a Dollar General, Family Dollar, local grocery store, gas station, Walmart to resupply it, so don't fret about that. Second one is hitchhiking. When we first through hiked, we didn't hitchhike for the first 208 miles, scared to death. There's no concerns of hitchhiking on the Appalachian Trail, because people are driving up and down the road at spots where the hikers go in and stay and resupply and give you rides. So you don't have to worry about it. But a couple hints on hitchhiking to get rides. First one that we use, when you're standing there, be smiling, look like you're having a great time, and wave at everybody that goes by. And another key is cars going the other direction, wave at them as they go by and smile. We've actually had cars turn around and pick us up and take us into town just because we waved at them and we smiled at them. So just look like you're having a great time and you're friendly people, and you'll get a ride easily. The other thing is, a lot of people say you got to have a woman with you, and I'm blessed to have a beautiful wife. She stands next to me, we can get a ride. So a hint for you guys, if you don't have a woman with you, just carry a cutout of somebody in a bathing suit, set that beside you till you get the ride, and then just toss it. And I'm just kidding, it's easy to get a ride. Another one, permits for the Smokies. People fret about that. When should I get it? When should I get it? You can pick it up at Fontana Dam, the NOC, either one before you hit the Smokies. At Fontana, you can go in there to the post office, use the computer, whatever, print it off. Coming south, you can get it at Hot Springs at the library, and get just get a $20 permit. Allows you 7 days of hiking through the Smokies, and you're good. Last time we went through, we didn't even have a permit paper with us. We paid for it, and we just had it on our phone. I don't know if that works, but that's what we did. And since they started making you pay the $20, we've never even had a park ranger ask to show anything. But it's very easy to get. Don't sweat it. Next one, huts, the White Mountain huts. We fretted on it because everybody said if you don't get work for stay, you're going to have to pay $100 a night to stay at them. So we worried about it in 2010 until we got there. Try to get there between 3:30. Ask for work for stay. They usually let 4 or 5. One time we got lucky and they let 9 of us. It's based on the weather and just based on what chores they have for you. But some of the places also have tent sites you can stay for $10. We had some friends that were hiking with us, didn't get there in time, and they had to stay out there, and we just snuck them some food, because if you stay out there, you don't get to eat the food after cleaning up and stuff. But we took them some out anyway, so don't worry about that. There's plenty of places to camp in the White Mountains, and don't fret about think you're going to have to pay $100 to stay in a hut, because you don't have to do that. We never have. So, and we've only done 2 work for stays each time we go through. The other thing people fret about is the 100-mile wilderness. The 100-mile wilderness is, to us, is easy, especially northbound hikers. Southbound is harder because they're just getting started. But you've got your trail legs, you can do it in 5 days. The first 40 to 50 miles till you get across White Cap, there is a lot of ups and downs. But once you get across Cap, and get to Joe Mary Road, it's flat just about all the way into Baxter State Park. Pretty easy. So don't worry about the 100-mile wilderness. They try to con you into doing a food drop about halfway through, but we just carry 5-6 days worth of food, because you got to remember, right before you go into Baxter, you got A-Ball Bridge, you got the campground there, you also got the little store. You can get food there to take in to Baxter, and definitely do that, because once you get into Baxter, there's nothing. There's no food at all. You either have to go in the Millinocket. So make sure you have food when you get to that store, if you plan on camping at Baxter. And that's the other thing, when you get to Baxter State Park, and this happened to us in 19, the Birches only lets, I think, 10 stay there, 10 to 12. And once that's full, they won't let nobody else stay there, even though you are through hiking. When we got there, we were hiking with them, that group of 10, and we knew there was going to be 12 to 15 of us show up. So we got there before the 10 were full, but once the spaces were full, the park rangers are kind enough to take the other ones overflow to another campground. I'm not sure where it was at. And the next morning gave them a ride back so they could summit with all of us. So don't fret that either. One thing you can do, if you know your finishing date, you can call ahead and reserve one of the lean-tos for 2 nights, and hopefully they won't be full. But don't fret that you're not going to get there in time to get a spot at the Birches for free, because the park rangers are pretty good at working with the through hikers, and they'll find you a spot to where you don't have to pay all that outlandish money to stay the night before you climb Mount Katahdin, if you're not going in the Millinocket. So we just want to touch on a few things so you don't have to worry about them, especially you new through hikers, never hiked before in your life, or you're new to the AT. Don't fret about it. These 7 things you don't have to worry about. It will all happen. Just enjoy your trip, enjoy your hiking, and don't be so concerned about these 7 things. Just worry about your safety and your health and just making it to Katahdin. So thank you all again. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.